Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, you're invited.
All right. Shalom, everybody. Shalom. How is everybody doing out there today? It's Elder Rawchaa, just coming in from the homestead, doing some gardening, and we here in the place to be on G.O.C.C. Media. And today, guess what? We're going to be talking about them baddies. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know y'all like them baddies out there, don't y'all? But we have a question out there, right? Is there can anything good come from a baddie? Huh? Can anything good come from a baddie? That's the question out there. You understand? So that's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. So shalom to everybody out there. Shalom to everybody out there. Yeah, we had to bring it out because I'm like, what good is a baddie? You know what I'm saying? What good is a baddie? Is she good for anything? Like, can she profit something in a man's life, in a man's legacy of what comes out of his loins? We're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to have some fun, man. We're going to have some fun. Shalom to everybody out there. Listen, man, I've been on it, and I had caught an old possum. If you follow my pages on social media, I caught a little possum that was trying to hang around my crib, trying to chill up in my snuggle all up in my insulation. You know what I'm talking about? And so, guess what? He was trying to, make me feel sorry for him, because that's how I am. When I just get ready to choke somebody, then all of a sudden I start feeling sorry for him. But some people, you can't feel sorry for them. I'm sorry to tell you. He got that Revelation 2:9 face, that long nose with that, look like you ain't getting no iron in your eyes type of face. And so I'm sure, thank you very much. I'm sure when I got him in that trap, because he wanted to stay snugged. All up in my zone. I'm like, listen, I get Esau. Want to have them as pets and rub them and all of that. And somebody called me a fake hypocritical pastor on Facebook because I said, man, that possum looked like a dang demon. One of these possums they had. I mean, that thing was just looking, how you black and you see the cockroach, just a few things we don't like. We don't like the little part on the cockroach where it's dark at the front. Even though we ain't scared, we just don't want to touch it. Every time you didn't see a cockroach, you like, damn, I don't want to kill this damn cockroach. And that's how it is with rats and possums. So when the whole family had to come outside when they seen the possum, because Jake, we act like we ain't never seen wild animals when it comes to the ugly type of animals. And Esau seemed to like the little, Esau, I love you. but you be picking the most uncomely dogs and animals out there. They be looking crazy. And one thing I love about you though, you will take something in nobody else will. It's a place. It's a place for you though in heaven because of your good heart. But Jake is just made a little different. If I got a dog, it got to be fly. It got to be fly. I mean, I watched the whole thing where this dude had raccoons. I mean, I know y'all probably seen it on YouTube. This dude, he had raccoons all outside. He's feeding them wieners and they crawling up on his head. And he's like, yeah, you see that one there? You know what I mean? And I'm talking about it was over 30 raccoons. But I know I'm Jake because when I see the possum, I just don't even want to stare him in the face. I don't even want to look at him. And I know we have fallen into the curses because you got some country boys, man, in Florida and Louisiana who be eating possum. Eating possum, eating coon, and talking about that's the best meat in the world. Father, help our people. I mean, good Lord. So yeah, as I got him in the trap, he's turning his head, you know, trying to play a possum, you know, and don't that sound familiar? You know, and I know he wanted to call me a anti-possumite. He wanted to call me an anti-possumite. You know, and guess what? I am. You know, you remind me of somebody. You got that same face they be having. Y'all don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It be the movies where they get a certain type of face to play the devilish people. And they got this face where the nose is coming from here and the eyes be dark like they mix with Amalek or something. It be straight crazy. That's what that possum remind me of. And I ain't trying to joke on nobody. That's just what it looked like to me. They be looking like vampires. But anyway, I'm going to let it be. I'm going to let it be. But I had to send him to old possum portal because I don't want to hurt Esau's feelings because you know how they is. They be to call the popos on you when it comes to some of these old animals. But listen, around here, you ain't chilling up in my insulation. This dude's crapping and stuff. I'm like, oh no, you got to go, Ock. You got to go. So guess what? The good part about it is I gave him one good last meal. I went to go Shipley's Donuts. I got him a nice Shipley donut. What you call that? The glazed joint. You see what I'm talking about? And then I got that tuna fish up in there for him. And listen, at least he had one nice good meal before he went and was relocated to a possum portal. That's all I'm going to say. And that's all I can say. Sometimes we got to be the Black Elmer Fudd, and that's it, and that's it. So now we can go. You know how we do it on Lions Homestead. We got to keep it moving. Because let me tell you, I got stories. My mama told me I was telling you, Rock, these, what do you call those dogs? They're the wild dogs that be out at night. What do you call those things again? The coyotes? They tore her friend's car up, the wiring and all that. So these little pests like these rats and these field mice and stuff that try to come in your shed and your storehouses, man, unfortunately, listen, we got to do what we got to do. All right? So that's neither here nor there, man. I want you to check this out really quick before we go forward with our lesson. Okay? We are in week 2 of the Hebrew and Bible Academy, historytimes.org. If you want to get in, this is where you got to go. Okay? If you want to get in, this is where you have to go. Okay? On this page here, okay, this is where you can enroll, okay, and get your Sunday morning dose of powerful historical lessons of prophecy, okay, of learning Hebrew, of learning world news that sometimes people don't know. When I lived over there, it's certain news that you don't get over here, and it's certain gruesome stuff that you just will not see. So we have the news that's worldwide because we have people, fortunately, since we started this ministry worldwide, like my brother Elder Rawchaa. Shalom, Elder Dale. Thank you, sir. All right. So, excuse me, I'm just coming in from the cold. It's pretty cold out there for a Texas boy, but we're going to make it happen. So, yeah, this is where you get your ancient Hebrew, not that that made up stuff that they speaking over there in that land, whatever that is with the sklas and all that stuff. Listen, They can have it. If you want to learn it, it's all good, but I don't feel good adding the spit in my words. But there's nothing wrong with speaking tongues to be able to relate to other people, all jokes aside. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, like I said, it's on Sundays, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think they possibly still will be taking enrollments. I think they still take enrollments a little bit after they start, to my understanding. All right. And if you want to donate, you go to gatheringofchrist.org. If you want to donate, you go to gatheringofchrist.org. Okay. As a matter of fact, I can just put that on the screen really quick here. Let me see. All right. If you want to donate, it's right on the screen. If I don't have that right, you can just go to the website gatheringofchrist.org. But as far as I know, this is updated, so you can check that out, okay? So yes, our Hebrew and Bible Academy is on Sundays from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And check this out. If you are not available to be able to watch the video on Sundays, you can get the lesson recorded, so don't even worry about it. But this will get you up to speed and caught up in these times with powerful, powerful lessons with extra biblical texts that everybody wants to know about. The book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, the book of Jubilees. Some of these books that if you dive into, it will have you all over the place because you have to learn how to filter it with Christ. So it's all done for you with the elders that have labored from the beginning of time to bring forth things till this day, because people honestly are still out there very confused. I got friends. I'm talking about, I got old school friends. A lot of my friends be 50 years old, 40. You know what I mean? Sending me things thinking that, the Bible is not for us. And they, trying to be in this Islam and all this stuff. Listen, I'm like, listen, nah, brother, you got it all wrong. It's not just about, the white man. When they finally do start getting close to finding out what's going on, then they start to get with these other camps, and it's a process, and then they start focusing on the white man, and they don't want to self-examine. So this right here will get you caught all the way up. I don't care if you Asian, I don't care if you Arab, East Indian, whatever you want to be. If you want to accept Christ and you want to put away those guys that got you rolling in doo-doo, got you making incense and doo-doo and all types of idolatrous ways, guess what? Christ wants us to be holy. He wants us to be clean, speaking no profanity. He wants us to love one another in a clean world. And let's be honest, this world is unclean on every level, and we're going to talk about it tonight. All right? What good is a baddie? I want to know out there from y'all. What good is a baddie? So we're going to go into it because this thing sparked me to go into this tonight. This Cam Newton interview. I'm sure that you guys saw this Cam Newton interview. And not too long ago, though, they was calling Cam Newton a baddie because he had his legs crossed, oiled down by that pastor saying, them legs was oiled down and looked like he using Gergen's lotions. So, but Cam Newton had another baddie on there. I'm not calling Cam Newton a baddie, but that's what the world was saying. He was a baddie, But shout out to Cam Newton, though, because this was a good interview. Now, we don't get down with Cam Newton when he tried to get you to do that Baphomet sign and all of that. Because I think he had Corey Holcomb on the show, and they were saying that he got him to do the Baphomet sign. He tried to get this other guy on there with this big white beard who I think knows he's a Hebrew. I don't remember the gentleman's name, and the gentleman was like, "Hey, I'm not going to get involved in this ritual here, putting this sign up, this Baphomet sign." So we have to be aware of the tactics and the wiles of the devil. Although some of these podcasts may come out with truth, you have to understand that they deal with the yin and the yang. They deal with both sides. They deal with the tree of good and evil. So we're just taking the meat and spitting out the bones, just so you guys understand, all right? But let me get this first link here tonight. And shalom to everybody that's coming in. If you can do me a favor and hit the like button, okay? Hopefully you guys got to witness the lesson from last week. Yes, that's the brother's name, Jason Wilson, who came on there, the older gentleman with a nice, beautiful beard, right? So, yes, last week we did a lesson about what to do over 40. A powerful lesson, and it's an important lesson. I thought to come on tonight with some more health stuff, but this topic was sparked in my mind tonight when I saw it, because I was like, this sister was so confident when she was speaking to Cam Newton about these baddies. I'm like, okay, we're gonna put this baddie thing to rest once and for all, really, with just common sense of where we see the world going today. Our sisters are waking up out there, first off. And I'm going to say this too. When I'm talking about this matter and this subject, I am praying that these so-called baddies turn to goodies. I'm praying that they turn to goodies for the Most High, meaning that they turn from darkness into light, just like Mary Magdalene did. So even if they're listening, even if they come across this page and they listen, I'm in no way, shape, form, or fashion speaking down on anyone personal, because I don't know what each one of these women went through or what shoes they walked through. You see what I'm saying? So, because a lot of us were in the world in darkness, and when we came to the light, we were able to see what was truly going on. So at the end of the day, I do pray that, that they can come from the darkness to the light. But we do have to shun all evil, abhor everything that's evil. We have to hate everything that's evil, even the appearance of evil. Now, we don't hate the people, because we understand that the people themselves, like the rest of the world, have fallen when we have fallen. We fell, and the whole world lost all knowledge. We were upkeeping knowledge of trade, economics, all types of things. Now the world is full of greed on every level. They're poisoning the air, poisoning the water. And you hope you go into the hospital and come out okay, depending on where you go. This is how it is. The food, is crazy right now. Okay? So let us be grateful for the things that we do have. And those who hear this message and it may come across rough, straightforward, whatever, it messes up their feelings. Listen, we can't teach for a person's feelings. We can't have respect of persons, but we do have mercy, because Christ had mercy on us. So if the shoe fits, just put the shoe on. Try that shoe on. It may fit a little tight. It may fit a little snug, but guess what? It's going to be all good once you work that thing in. Then you're going to really be walking with Christ. Okay? So, and also, if you guys want to check out the new Lion and King video, we recently shot a video for our mixtape on our page, Lion and King. I've really been focusing on the work, not really playing a lot of music on here, because I'm gonna tell you one good reason why. I keep getting oversaturated with a lot of music, in my opinion, that's just not good. And I'm just sorry to tell you, and that's just no disrespect. I just had to keep it real. I was a record label owner, and some people will say, well, I used to promote in clubs. I used to do this. I used to do that. That don't mean what you was doing was good. That don't mean the artist was good. Y'all have to understand, a lot of us worked in the industries, but let's be honest. Look at what we're looking at today. A lot of people are running clubs. A lot of people are record label owners, but that doesn't mean everybody knows how to pick talent. Okay, Drake was the last talent that they put out. They're not even there's no more money in the industry. It's over with. They even said that. They said that they were tired of investing in Drake, because at this point Drake was able to pay them the money back. Okay. And he's Jewish. But they said they want to keep up the artists where they can still keep control, because I seen this post someone sent me where they were saying 20 to 100 artists got 50,000 or more on Spotify. That's low. And the industry made 50 billion or something like that. And I'm talking about the music industry. They made about 50 billion, and the artist is not making anything. It's over with. And like I said, so if I have to sometime not play my own stuff, which I have the power to, because one, I'm talented, and I'm not saying I'm the only talented, but trust me, I put out some work. But I don't want to make my show about this, because once I do it, then I got 1,000 songs coming to me that I'm just not going to be able to listen to, unfortunately. And it sucks, because some of the good ones I may not hear, because some people, in my opinion, I don't feel like they should be rapping, because everybody now wants to rap or have a podcast. It's too much. The game is oversaturated. And I'm not here to say that they can't, or they don't have the potential, or they will never be something, but it's just a little overwhelming. And it's like when we get in the truth, people take things personal because, well, I'm doing this for the Most High. I'm not saying you're not. But you wouldn't be able to go to BET Awards. You wouldn't be able to go to the Grammys and say, well, I'm doing this for God, and then they just put you on stage just because you're saying you're doing that. No, let's be honest. Some people in all actuality would have never made it. So I don't think you can come into the Most High stuff, and just because you have this good zeal, a zeal don't mean you have skills. Don't get the two crossed. A zeal don't mean you have skills. Okay? That does not mean that you can't get there. Even some of us greatest artists, every song we hit, every song we make, everybody may not like. We don't care about that. But at least you got to have at least 6 out of 10 good songs on that thing. We're never going to please everybody, but let's be honest. There's an average universal ear, and with all due respect, I want to keep it respectful, because I know one thing I don't want to take away from is people's passion and what they do, and them praising the Most High. That part I respect. But I'm not going to tell you that, just like when we're in the world, that local artists will be performing on the Super Bowl. Let's just be honest. Local artists would always stay local artists until they formed the skills or got the finances to get an A&R around, to get some type of skill set. So get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. All right? Sharpen your sword up. Sharpen your sword up. All right? If you don't like what I'm saying, you don't like me, I love you. I love me too. But I love the Most High. And that's just the truth about it. Okay? So you got to understand something. Outside of even music, when you have a business, if you have a product, if your product is good and it works, you don't have to say, can somebody support me? Even though people should support, even though as a people we should support. But at the end of the day, when you got something that's golden, I'm going to tell you, it's going to market itself. I'm just telling you right now, anything you do that's needed, and you are the resource, you the plug, and you got it, it's undenied. You don't have to tell some people to support the whole time you're in business. And as a people, we should support each other. But I'm never going to be that person just to lie to you. If you want my opinion truly, I want you to be better. And I want you to be the best that you can be. I'm never going to tell you something because I think I'm better or because I think that you're less. I don't like people to tell people lies. Liars shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven. So if I tell a person, it's according to not just my opinion, but it's like, man, I might see potential in a person and say, well, you should try this or do this and do that. And they may never want to talk to me again. There's nothing I can do about it. But I can tell you I've made some great artists throughout the years. Great artists in the truth and out of the truth. Okay? So all of my friends still to this day, lawyers, all that. The guys who I did music with, who I ran my labels with, they all still doing good. We ran radio shows. We were A&R. We did a lot of things. All right? So let's get this thing tonight, baby. I just want to put that out there because I felt I needed to say it, because people are emailing me, telling me things, and I'm just like, listen, one, I'm only one man, and, you know, guys, social media now, you can make your own platform. Keep posting. You want me to give you some game? Keep posting. Let me give you some game on social media. Keep posting. And because on social media, when we just keep posting, the algorithm gonna pick you up. And if your stuff is what it's supposed to be, people gonna jam it. I'm not talking about people just in the truth. Listen, this is what you gotta understand. If your stuff is hot, people in the truth and out the truth gonna like it. That's just the truth of it. So, like I tell you, I sell my supplements not just to the church, to worldwide. Okay? So, Satan will give attention and fame to the flesh, so the children of the promise fall for something that is not everlasting. You get with a baddie. What good is she if she's not going to last? Think about it. Look at people like Kanye West. Look at these rap artists and all these people. One, the men's intention is not to stay with these people. So what good is she? Just because she has treasures in her chest? They take the treasures and they run off. And they leave that treasure chest unlocked, only for somebody else to be able to come back and open it and take more treasures out until that treasure chest is totally empty. And y'all know what I mean. What good is a baddie? Huh? Let's go into it. So we got a lady here called Natalie Nunn. Y'all probably know her. I don't know these people. Okay? So forgive me if I don't know them all, but I just found out who Natalie Nunn was, because what I realized is that since Kim Kardashian came in the game, all of the women to me started to look like her. Excuse me. All of the women started to actually look like Kim Kardashian, and it was kind of crazy because I'm going to show you some photos of the Kardashians tonight, and I don't know. To me, it seems like the before and afters of the Kim Kardashians, that they were actually trying to look like black women. And I need to be frank here and specific, that when I say black women, you have Somalians over here, black Arabs and Ishmaelites, Ethiopians, Hamites, Africans. And when I say Africans, we're not talking about Africans that you understand came over here in slavery. Those same people, those same genetics, Igbos and things like that. No, we're talking about actual Hamites, East Indian type of people, okay? Ethiopian, Egyptian, North Africans. We're talking about those type of people. Those are not the black women I'm talking about. I'm saying that Kim Kardashian fashioned herself after the queens, the Judite queens of Benjamin, Judah, and Levi. Now, obviously, everybody in America thinks they're Judah, but that I know what they mean when they're saying that. They're just from the southern kingdom. But these specific souls, these specific women I'm talking about, they fashion themselves just like during the times of King James and when we were ruling in Europe, when they would wear the ball gowns with the petty coats and things like that to make them their shape and their derriere pop out. The same thing, it's nothing new under the sun. So after Kim Kardashian came out, which really Ray J, a Judite, made her famous. She was not really famous before that. So out of nowhere, she became this so-called diva or baddie from surgery and from fornication. She became a famous hoe from fornication. Let's just keep it real. In her whoredom. Okay? That's just the reality. So social media today is full of whoredom. All over. Everyone is afraid to call it what it is, except for real men and real women, that it's modern day harlotry online. So, and the reason I'm coming out with this topic is because I know that there's a lot of great women out there. This lesson tonight is not for the great women. This is not for those great women to think that they're better than these people, because these people have been lost. These men and women, men who choose these women, are lost, or didn't have a father figure to teach them how to get the right type of women. These women are lost. Trust me, they're lost, because anyone who's running out there putting on surgery, getting all types of hormone changes and all types of exterior attributes and extras, they're going through a mental health crisis and a large self-esteem issue. They don't know themselves. They've been through something. They've been hurt, molested. They've been, not cared for. Whatever the case may be. Okay? So I just want to put that out there really quick. But let's go into this thing. So this is Cam Newton, who was an NFL player. I think he was a great NFL player. And I think he has a great show. Now, any man would have his opinions on any man, but I still have to call it what it is. He has a great show. Okay? And, we're going to go into it. Let's make sure this volume is here. Turn this volume on. And this is going to be for educational purposes only. Let's get it.
Man, take a baddie serious.
Because I pay the bills. Because I'm a boss.
Now, I'm going to tell you, we do have to pause the video for the purpose of explanation. So if it annoys you that we are pausing the video, I'm sorry. Maybe you have to go back and watch it again or whatever. But we have to pause it because we really need to dive in and focus on what we're talking about tonight. Okay? Need some vitamin C and some MSM coming in from all that cold. So, she says already, what does a baddie have to offer? Because she pays the bills. Now, first off, we don't want to stick on the same thing we already talk about all the time. We know that the man is the head of the woman, according to 1 Corinthians 11. We know that Adam was made first and then Eve was made from him. We know that already. But we really need to see why our men continue to want to stay in the spell, even in the truth, of choosing baddies. Maybe, and I'm going to tell, and this is what I want to give the sisters. This is what I want to give the sisters who comes into the truth and they're so zealous for the Most High, and that's good. But being a wife is a skill. So you might need to get with some older sisters or whatever to tell you, but the man should be able to tell you what he wants and you should be able to follow it. I'm going to tell you a tool that these women are using as we go forth. And one of those things is seduction character. They're using seduction. So why do men keep falling for seduction? Well, maybe if, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, men may, you can't just say only unrighteous men like seduction. You can't say that because it seems that the righteous men eventually fall for it. Not all of them. Joseph didn't fall for it. But if that woman who is with that man is boring, if she's just sitting there, she has to be told what to do when you know it's nighttime and you trying to have a nightcap. You really need to see how white girls, how Gentiles are coming to take your man. If you think it's just supposed to be like, listen, the old saying was, and if you got children, tell them to go inside because we're trying to save our nation as adults. The old saying was, they like a woman in the streets and a freak in the sheets. This is what the old saying was in the world. Now we can read the scriptures and say what it says in the scriptures. It says in the scriptures that the bedroom is undefiled. So even we ain't even got to go into all that. Really, just is a woman who gets with a man really into him. This is very, very, very important. And I'm not even talking about the baddies right now. We talking about the Gentiles who took Solomon down. We're talking about took our forefathers down. What are they doing? So it's one thing to put on things and be a witch. But then when a man gets a woman, a lot of times she don't keep herself on point. She don't keep herself in shape. Whether she learned it, whether her intentions are good or not, that don't matter. She needs to know as soon as you marry, you got to keep a few skills. And that's keeping your man's attention on you because his mind is on the Most High, but the devil is out seeking who he may devour. And the man's mind works, he comes up like the sun, goes down. Woman's mind, naturally, she's the weaker vessel, so her mind is worried about things all over the place. But if she, all these movies she watched, she still don't get the hint of how these women is taking down men. Instead of her complaining about his every imperfection, making him feel like he's the only man in the world. If he like to be touched, caressed, whatever, we ain't gonna get too deep. But I'm saying, now, what I'm saying ultimately is you need to keep him focused, whatever that is. If he come home hard from work, and you working too, we get it. But you're just gonna have to know that when he going out to work, if it's something going on at home, y'all already know how I go. You go to work, people have a bad day at home. The devil is waiting at work with a man and woman to try to flirt because the devil know you had a bad day. So right now we focusing on the baddies and how they try to take down men. You sisters, you are at war for your man. You can't just say for the man, well, you need to be on point just with the Most High. Let me tell you, when you got married, you in war with this man. So you got to pray to the Most High to, hey, I'm just telling you, you chilling, you need, this man need to feel like he was the only man left on earth. Not you comparing him to another dude who the Most High has a whole nother mission and walk for. He may have wanted your husband not to have the same finances as this man right away because he got a different story he's going to tell in the kingdom, in the book of life. He got different purposes, different trials, everything that he's supposed to walk through. And because he don't have what the next man have, you leave him and all of y'all's story gets taken away. You were meant to be with him through that whole story, that whole path, that whole journey. But you quit it for thinking the grass is green on the other side. You see what I'm saying? So the main thing what I'm trying to say before I go into this is learning how to keep his attention. Not being so plain Jane, even though men don't like lashes, we don't like all of this extra costume stuff. Unless a woman she just have to have that, whatever. It's all good. Each man know what he want, but he don't want her to be so plain Jane to the point to where it's like that she's just there. And he's just supposed to look. No, hey, baby, keep it interesting is what I'm trying to tell you. Keep it interesting. And each man knows what he wants. I personally, I can give a damn about nails. I like clean nails. I like real hair. This is me. My wife already know. I don't need the red lipstick. I like the lip gloss. You make it do barely a little bit. You know, you could do the little eyelash thing, but I'm not talking about the putting them on. I'm talking about this, you know, whatever they put, the mascara, whatever, but it got to be natural. That's me. And working out. Because if you work out, you can look good in anything you put on. Even if you don't got the money to buy the best clothes, anything you put on, you banging in that thing. But that's me. Another man may like something different. So when he tells this woman what he like, if she wanted to marry him, she got to be down with what he's telling her. I'm just telling you, because then later, you know, even though a man got to be strong and follow the Most High and do all of that, you know, or whatever the case may be, the woman will stay stubborn and not do anything. And then the man will put up for her 10 years. And she still ain't changing. And so you don't hear the side of the counsel of the story where he didn't put up with her through all of that, all of the talk back, all of the complaining. And then he finally makes a mistake. Not that he's right for making a mistake. He's wrong. But what I'm saying is, because fellas, you can make it through a marriage without making a mistake. I've done it in a past marriage. Unfortunately, I had a past marriage that wasn't the best. And guess what? I made it through the whole thing until the Most High was able to bless me with something else, unfortunately and fortunately. So it can be done. But what I'm saying is, a lot of sisters will say, well, see, he didn't cheated and did this. Well, hold up, sis. What did you do to stop him from cheating? What did you do to get in the way of the devil? Did you pray with him? You know what I mean? Did you read with him? Whatever. Did you rub his shoulders at night? I'm just saying. Well, I got to go to work and do stuff too. I know all that. But what I'm saying is marriage is a whole journey. So y'all got to think about all of these things of what we're saying, especially you young sisters who have been married before the truth. Now you got babies and you want to get married again. You single sisters ain't married yet. Brothers who ain't married yet, y'all need to pay attention. Everybody got booty already. We already get it. Everybody got behind already. So what's next? That's what we're talking about tonight. What good is a baddie when she got all that? Well, I'm going to show y'all tonight. You're going to laugh a little bit, but let's get it. Let's get it in. Let's hear what Natalie Nunn has to say. She definitely ain't no nun. How she talking?
So how much more serious does it need to get?
You're talking about you.
I'm just saying baddies. Baddies pay the bills. All my baddies get money. Every last one of them are rich. I know what I pay these girls. They make more money than anybody in America on a 9-to-5, you got a good job. My bitches is paid. Okay. So at the end of the day, you said, why should anyone take a baddie serious? Because we pay.
Excuse the language. I didn't know she was going to say all that.
The fucking bills.
Why should a man?
Because we pay the bills.
Fair use.
Cool.
Yeah.
What if you're dealing with a man?
It doesn't matter. Well, first of all, I deal with.
So she's saying already, a baddie should be taken serious. And it's something good about a baddie because she pays the bill. Men don't get with a woman just because she can pay the bills. You got to understand something, guys. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you some OG status. And I ain't talking about Og the Giant. Let me tell you some OG status from the ancient ones. The thing about a woman in finances and her controlling the money in the sense of like this woman is, the thing about that is, guess what? When she's ready to leave and she's ready to go, she's already having in her mind that if she, an escape plan if she have to go, okay, with this mindset of this woman. I'm just telling y'all the truth. So when a man gets married, he has to dominate that marriage, like the scripture says, dominion. He has dominion over all creation, like this said. That's what Adam had. Don't confuse dominion with abuse, what these women call control and all this crazy stuff. Look at it like our forefather Abraham is what I'm saying, and Sarah, and how God set it up with love, respecting one another, loving one another, honoring one another. That's what I'm talking about. But when a woman like this is into her finances, into her so-called success, she is already 1 foot out the door. You know how many men lost? Some of these celebrity men who lost money. Michael Jordan, he married that white woman. She took so much money from him. She took so much money from him. And she tried to give it to her other dude. This is what be happening. This girl, Portia Williams or something like that, who all of the, even women in the truth be looking up to this girl. What's to look up to for a reality TV show woman? And I'm not talking about her person, but I'm saying the image of this. A reality TV person with lashes and everything else, you know, with surgery. What's to look up to that? Y'all look up to that? So it tells me a lot of sisters in the truth still have self-esteem issues. You see what I'm saying? A lot of sisters in the truth still have self-esteem issues. They still have not fulfilled their relationship with the Most High, still don't know who they are because they still look up to baddies. I see all over social media a lot of sisters in the truth, and I have to be honest with you, they look up to baddies who righteous men will walk past like she's nothing to us. They look up to Cardi B. Ha! And I'm keeping it 100 with you, 144,000. And to me, I'm like, okay, don't send a young man her way. Because she just like this simple post that this heifer just did, using profane words all over the place, giving advice. And these be sisters in the truth. Wondering why we still have the same issues. Do you think the Most High brought you back to go back into the curses? So now when he marry you, he's marrying Cardi B. And she's with, what's this dude named Stephon Diggs Briggs? I don't know, the dude who's LGBT all over the internet, and he be wearing her clothes. Huh? So just because this woman can pay the bills, but you got some sorry men out there who they would say, "Ooh, girl, you so pretty. I would drink your bath water," because they really want to lay up under you because they don't work hard for nothing. She wants to feel, you know, like the man. Huh? She wants to feel like the man. So what's going on here? We men just like the Jewish people say people be anti-Semites, we need to be calling some of these baddies anti-Mennonites. We need to call them anti-Mennonites. See? Because they trying to call themselves the boss. See, Jewish people say anybody call themselves real Jews, they anti-Semites. So anybody calling themselves men, but they ain't men, they anti-Mennonites. We got to start using what the Jewish people do. Anti-whatever. Anti-Possemites. Anti-whatever. Yeah. Let's go.
Jacob. And but my baddies, I got a couple of baddies that
I'm not speaking in
no wait.
your
So my
specific
my
dynamic. I'm talking about
baddie
just in general.
Anna is dating an ML.
This is how you know this poor girl is really mentally gone. She's making millions of dollars, but that millions of dollars, a lot of sisters in the truth will think that this sister's successful. One, because she got long weave and long hair, whatever, whether it's her hair or not. She has surgery on her face, which I know for sure because I looked up her profile, as we always do. And she has on a fur coat, so women will think that this is successful. Where is her husband? You see, the women of old, if you didn't have a baby or you didn't have a husband, you were kind of looked down upon. We got to bring it back to where the Most High had it. Now, if you got a piece of paper or a degree with no man and no children, you supposed to be looked at. Guess what? That's only for a short time, and that's only for fools. At the end of the day, in real reality of life, this is what's really going on. Listen to what she's saying. She's saying her girls in her world, a spoiled little brat mindset. Cam is like, he's like, listen, although Cam may be going through it sometime on some of these interviews, he's like, hold up. It's almost like she's in the household with him and he forgot that he was on the show. Like, he's like, I'm trying to get through with this woman. You can't get through a baddie. Ain't nothing goody about her.
B player.
Okay.
They get money. He makes more money than her for sure. She don't give a fuck. They don't care. Yeah. Baddie.
Let's excuse the language. Good father of mine. This. Ooh.
Don't care.
But what I'm referring to is it's not necessarily about money all the time. And I think
no, you said that.
No.
You said what is it that makes a male?
No, I will say it again.
Okay, say it again.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
I just told you. When they make more money and they're the boss.
That's cool.
She's the boss. And so he makes, what I was trying to refer to is he makes more money, right?
Right.
But she's the boss.
Okay, take money out.
He makes more money, but she's the boss. No, she wants to be the boss. In her mind, she's the boss. So she wants to live in a little spoiled world where everything goes her way. Wow. This is what reality TV does. This is where it's going with the metaverse. People who are mentally unstable with money. You will never be, let me tell you, you'll be in a crazy home by the time it's over if this is the way you think. Because you'll grow old and see all the happy families. Let me tell you guys, people can spend all the money they want, but let me tell you, when they see that happy, beautiful family, they wish they had it. They would give away all the money to actually have that. When they go home at night, they don't tell nobody. But they want, let me tell you, they just want somebody to hug, talk to. They want a warm pillow. But like I told you earlier about that treasure chest, once that first man come through and unlock that treasure chest, take treasure out and he leave, he don't put the lock back on. Huh? He didn't mess the treasure chest up to where his other men come and get the treasure out and they keep getting treasure out till it's left empty. This y'all homegirl right here.
Love it.
No, it was money out of it. He definitely makes more money than her. She's still running that shit.
Okay. But take financials out of it.
Okay, so what
are the qualities that a baddie may bring to the table?
That they made a song out of it now.
She's definitely more popular than him. I don't even know who the fuck he is. So
she's more popular. She said she's more popular. So really, right here, guys, is this what you want? It's baddies all on Instagram. Showing behind. Huh? It's baddies all on this. Is this what you want? They're so into themselves. These are little Kalis, little Khaleesi's, Kellis, goddesses. You remember that East Indian goddess, Kali? The one with all the arms? Who the men have to bring the presents to? With the gold teeth and all that? The East Indian men? The thuggies? This is once again what they've created. So, men, let me tell you. Be careful for what you wish for. Be careful for what you wish for. This continues to perpetuate and happen in our community. And on this show tonight, we're going to tell you. Now we see why men used to say, don't get married. Well, they shouldn't have said don't get married. They should have said, hey, be careful which type of woman you pick. They should have told you, get yourself together. Maybe try to pick a woman from this place, this type of woman or whatever the case may be. Not don't get married. God said get married. I'm going to be fruitful and multiply. But when men became mature and they still picked a so-called baddie or whatever you want to call them, that's the new name modern day. a dime, whatever, you realize she would worth less than a penny. She wasn't nowhere close to a dime when it came to her mind. And this girl had a daddy. Her mom is white. She says her mom's Puerto Rican, but her mom is white. Okay, and her dad is the one who's black. So maybe that's where it's coming from. That side was yeah. All that crap.
If he respectfully, I don't watch Major League Baseball, but if he wants to be like with a
she don't have an answer.
Young, successful baddie that is an it girl, that's what she's bringing to the table, because she's definitely her follower, everything. She's more popping. So I don't know. Sometimes like
you can't answer the question. You on that liquor, and that demon is talking, and you don't know what the hell you talking about. You living in Alice in Wonderland, and we wondering what the hell is going on right now. She's taking on the whole spirit, guys. Let me tell you, hey fellas, I be hearing the fellas, I want to pick somebody else from another church and see what they got. Let me tell you guys, pray to the Most High. Whatever you need gonna be right in front of you. You ain't got to search for nothing. Seek ye the kingdom, and everything else gonna be added to you. I'm telling you right now. Once you go searching, oh yeah, you listen. You gonna get what you're looking for, brother. She'll be right in front of you, and I'm gonna tell you, you got to mold her. She's not gonna be perfect in every little way, but that's for you to mold. You take that clay and you mold it how you want to mold it. You say, look, guess what? She too small, feed a little protein, make her lift weights. She too big, feed a little protein, make her lift weights, make her eat a little low calories. But let me tell you, if she got the mind of the Most High and she have ambition to build the kingdom, I'm gonna tell you right now, boy, that's the one you want. That's the gold. That, you know how you find that gold inside of the cave and it look a little dusty and then you just shine that thing off? I'm telling you. And then when people see her, she come out like Cinderella. Cause see, when you get the baddie, you getting a witch. When she take all, let me tell you, whoop, she gotta take these joints. I don't know how y'all be taking these things off, but you take that thing off, pop. Do you pop it off, guys, or you gotta peel it? I don't know how it go. Do you take that, you peel that wig back, you peel that wig off, and if she got some of these, she pop them joints off, pop to get the butt pads off. Hey, brother, you gonna be like, what the hell did I sign up for? I'm telling you how I go. And then she unleashed the attitude on you, because when you see her doing it, she like, what? What you looking at? I'm looking at what I thought I was looking at. Was he just be totally confused. He need a whole libido booster now because it ain't working out. See what I'm talking about? It ain't working out. I'm just telling you. Now, if she was a nice, humble woman, this is the thing that men have grace on women. If she said, you know what, man, when I was young, I got a lot of perms. I kind of went through a lot of things. So this is why I feel comfortable wearing this, head wrap a lot or doing this. Guess what? A real man, because you're a real woman, he going to have grace on you. I'm telling you right now. A man can see through all of that. So it's a difference when a woman's like, listen, you get what I'm saying? Some women have got an accident. Some women have gotten their skin burned. Those people need this type of things, makeup and all that. But you got people who's wearing, let me tell you, you got some Indian tribe women. You got even white women wearing weave. Y'all don't need weave. That is crazy to me. That is totally crazy to me. See? I personally don't think anybody need weave. I think people need patience and dedication. Boy, I was growing these old dreads, And I used to have sisters in the truth come on, why my dread's not growing so fast? Guess what? Everybody have different genetics in how their hair grow. You need to be patient. Your hair is going to grow. Take care of it. Have a good diet. Your hair is going to grow. People don't have the patience. See what I'm saying? So yeah, she can't answer the question. We finna X her out, but she can't answer the question, as you see.
I'm a little bit older. I don't really care about social media and followers and all that. But the younger people do. You know that. So maybe she brings more like to the table, like for social media and like popularity or
but
whatever.
You're not answering my question.
Oh! Now, mind you, I didn't watch this because I was just finna say, she ain't answering the question. Look, listen. Because he has a girl that has his babies at home. Now, whether he call her his wife or not, but at the end of the day, a man is a man. And he realized, hold up. What is a baddie actually? A woman with money and no intelligence because she just got prettiness? You know what? I think what happened is they didn't realize they became goddesses. They walked in a room and the power the Most High gave them. They act like the devil gave it to them because they became one who liked to be worshipped, to where they became like all little Khalis, where as long as they getting likes, man, oh girl, you so beautiful, you look like buttermilk, all this crazy stuff. Well, you look like chocolate. Let me tell you, just making up stuff. They love that attention. They became attention addicted. Addicted to attention. They'll go hang out with their homegirls and become LGBT, but they love the attention from men all day long. And when they're not getting it, when that man at home, she already know he love her, but he's not like buying her Valentine. Let me tell y'all, we walked up in a store, me and my wife, we like, damn, they already got Valentine stuff in here. It ain't even New Year's yet. They don't miss a beat. Walmart don't miss a beat. And that's why they got some of these sisters like, you didn't buy me nothing for Valentine. Let me tell you, they keep our people straight sold. And then they come with the truth. You got to buy roses every week. Not me. I'm going to buy you a rose bush. We're going to plant it together. And you're going to help me fertilize it. And guess what? When you want to cut that rose and put it in a little water at home, it keeps growing back. We're not going to keep spending no money on the damn roses. And they don't really smell like anything. So get out of this false reality. See, I invest in things that keep coming back. I'm not finna every time have to have in my mind, oh, I ain't buying no roses this week. Man, no. I don't need no woman like that. You go and get you one of the marks. And when I say marks, this is men who have became the thuggies to Kylie. I'm not saying nothing for men buying his woman roses, but I'm going to tell you, it came from somewhere of a man telling you or a woman telling you how to be as a man. You be yourself. When God leads me through the spirit to do something for my woman, that's when I'm going to do it. I'm not finna do nothing because I seen a movie, because I'm led by the Holy Spirit. And guess what? I love roses, but guess what? I want you to always have them. So when you look outside, they always blooming and blinging. And if you really love them like that, and you want to keep having them, you're going to put some work in and put a little fertilizer and a little water every now and then too. It ain't just about, I got to, thank you every time. So every day, the man is telling you he love you when you look out the window and you see that rose. You seen it rose and arise every day before your eyes.
No, you just asked. What?
No, I'm gonna guide you.
I don't know. Don't guide me. Oh my God.
I'm trying to get to an answer.
Right. I don't know. Baddies bring a lot to the table.
What is it?
Can you name something?
Great mothers.
Okay, talk about it.
I put $1 million swimming pool in my backyard because my daughter says she wants to swim.
Okay.
Every woman can't do that, sweetheart. Every woman is not willing to sacrifice putting surgery and getting surgery on her face because they love the way God already made them beautiful. Every woman is not going to sacrifice her soul to get all of this money. Not that you did it, but I'm just saying. And everybody can't put $1 million, most men can't put $1 million pool in the backyard. That's not and let's be honest, every woman who calls herself a baddie can't do that. I don't even think Sexy Red can do that, and she's a so-called baddie. Just because somebody on TV, they ain't making money, guys. It's a lot of broke baddies out that joint too. So listen.
So I put a pool. It cost me $909. It was like $1 million. Okay. I put him. Wait.
Why should a man take a baddie?
Huh? So she could not answer the question, guys. Listen here, bird brain. Fellas, do not marry a bird brain. Don't marry an empty mind. I don't know if she's drunk or what's going on, but I remember when I was young, and you know, we were all young in the world. I would invite a girl over, whatever. If I couldn't have a good conversation with her, like an intellectual conversation with her, honestly, I would say, you know what? Why are you laughing? Why do you just keep giggling and laughing? And I used to meet girls like this, very immature. And guess what? They were pretty on the outside. I don't miss, for the prettiness, but the whole deal is that wasn't enough for me. I was a man, my mom taught me how to be a nice gentleman. So I'm like, you know what? We got to go. We finna go ahead and go. I'll make up a little excuse. I got to go to the studio or something. And we got to go because I really couldn't do the giggling, childish thing because I just grew up around mature people. So there was baddies back then, if that's what you want to call them. But guess what? Listen, if they didn't have personality, you got to go. We can't even have a mature conversation. And that reminds me of when Nicki Minaj first came out. She was always like this weird demonic spirit. And when young ladies are watching these female artists, they tend to become them. Get in front of you and you be like, what the hell is going on with you? And you know who makes it bad for us? Weak, sorry men who don't want to do nothing in life, who just go around telling women, ooh, girl, you so fine. And only thing these men want is one thing. But in the men's life, they ain't trying to do nothing. They trying to make babies, let this woman have their babies. She can cook, she look good, and he wants her to take care of him like mommy. These men make it bad for men who want to be something in life and who want good women. And this is the issue. This is one of the issues where women thinking, oh, men like it. Oh no, sorry, men like it. You're saying that because you know a real man passes you up because your looks don't mean nothing to him. You was wondering why he's not looking at your behind. You coming to every workout machine trying to do your workout in your yoga pants. And the man is realizing, oh, she would be easy. If I was a fornicator, she would be easy. She's trying to play hard to get, but really, I know this type. She's easy. She's really playing the cat in a ball of yarn phase. This is what's going on right now. She's every time she come in the gym, she see every man looking, but she can't get this man to look. And so now she has a rush to just do this. You understand this type of thing. This taboo type of thing. No different than who was that? Potiphar's wife who tried to deal with Joseph. Don't think I don't know. Don't think I don't know. So Natalie Nunn. Let's go to Kim Kardashian. First, here's some more baddies. They ain't baddies to me, but I'm just saying. They ain't goodies, baddies. in the middles or nothing. To me, these type of women, in my opinion, according to the scriptures, are witches, deceivers. So you have a before and afters of some of these sisters. Look at that. What do you see about the first one on the left? Is her name Kylie? I don't remember all their name. All of these people try to be naming themselves Khalees or Kylie after that goddess. Look at, no offense, but it seems like she wasn't happy with the way her parents made her. You know, she wanted bigger lips. She looks like a totally different person. Totally different person, as you see. I mean, this would be a slap in the face for a man if he realized, like, hold up. But now, sorry men who would not be able to get women on the regular who have gotten record deals. A record deal don't make you a handsome man. I'm sorry to tell you. So you have men who don't need a record deal or money to get women. And so you got men who will get record deals and all that, but before that, they couldn't really get women. So all of a sudden, because they got money, they can get women. These men, they and even before they was rich, would take anything. So once again, they're making it hard for real men out here. And a real man would have said, sweetheart, what did you look like before the surgery? Can I see the picture? If I saw this picture, I would say, hell to the no. I don't give a damn if you're a billionaire, whatever you are. Sorry to tell you. My baby gonna come out looking like that. I got an issue with that. Okay? If she ain't gonna come out looking like the woman who I see here, I got an issue with that. Now look over here on the right. It seems like the women wanted to add black features, bigger lips, noses and things like that. You see that? So this is what you got going on here. These are supposed to be your so-called baddies. But you can go, let me tell you, you can go further. Let's go further. Hold up. Let's type it in. Kardashians before surgery, before and after. Let's just go to it real quick. Let me just really quick, go to images. Here's Kim Kardashian because she wasn't on the first picture. There she goes. Well, what's wrong with the way she looked? How God made her the first time? Not only do they want to look like black women, they want to look like goddesses. I'm sure they have seen some of these goddesses being high up like that to look a certain way. And now they have our sisters trying to look the same way. And I'm going to prove it to you tonight. So that's how she looks. She looked like a normal Armenian, Persian, Edomite, Arab. That's what Armenians are for the most part. Persian Edomites. All right. That's for the most part what you're seeing. Turkish, Persian, Edomite, all mixed in. And then you got her again. She would just look like a normal white girl walking down the street. Right? But if a man sees this face, he's like, okay, this is a pretty woman right here. Even though she's white, she's a pretty woman. You can keep going. Look, there you go. Look at that middle picture. Here go the mom. They learned it from mama. There go the mom right there. You see the mama? Lord have mercy. So they all indulge in witchcraft. Making themselves up to appear and to be perceived differently. And then what were they called? Because it wasn't good enough for them, how they looked. They became baddies. Santa's elves. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna go into it. Don't even worry about it. Huh? What good is a baddie? Babylon is coming down. It's falling down. It's all coming out now. Huh? Fair use, educational purposes only. We gonna just go straight to the source. Forbes. You see what I'm talking about? Forbes. Here we go. So, we appreciate any donations that you guys send. I just can't stop to just look at everything. I apologize. I want to keep going because you know I got to eat me some good old food later. I got to eat that good. I already smell that thing coming through. Whoo, that homestead food, serious. So we're gonna go to Forbes.com. Inside Kylie Jenner's web of lies and why she's no longer a billionaire. I'm not going to be able to read the whole article, but I'm going to tell you this. If you want to go to this article, just Google it. Forbes.com. Basically, her business was not worth $1 billion, guys, when she sold her business at all. So the whole time, as you're reading this article, she was lying. She was lying. Huh? Let's read the caption here. When we visited Kylie Jenner in 2018, she claimed her cosmetic company was on track to sell more than $300 million in makeup that year. Okay, I thought I was gonna say something more, but yeah, they found out she was making way less than what she was saying. I'm talking about way less. And guess what? She's a millionaire, but she wasn't no billionaire. Great marketing though. So they got the great marketing from the face. I can't knock they hustle. Why I can't knock they hustle? Because guess what? Whoever wanted to buy it and get hustled, that's on them. I seen how some of this lipstick is made in China and all that. Let me tell you right now. You talking about the big C word of cancer and all that? Oh, you love that red blood lipstick, don't you? I hope you getting a good one, because let me tell you, I seen them East Indians get down. You know how the East Indians get down, boy. I seen a dude rolling bread on his belly. He put that flour on there, rolling bread on his belly. You gonna get what you're asking for. By the end of 2016, Kylie had dozens of new products and a reputation as skyrocketing new entrant in the cosmetics industry. A few months, why did she get it? Because of her fame and her popularity, because she was popular. And her sister made them popular from dealing with Ray J on a so-called sex tape. A few months after her sister Kim Kardashian West scored a Forbes cover in July 2016, Jenner publicists began a campaign to get a Forbes cover for Kylie. Revenues were $400 million over the business first 18 months, they said, with a personal take-home pay of $250 million for Kylie. Pressed for proof, they opened up their books during the meeting at Kris Jenner's Palatial Hidden Hills, California estate, and the family accountant's office nearby. Forbes was shown the tax returns detailing $307 million in 2016, revenues and personal income of more than $110 million for Kylie that year. It would have been enough to put her at number 2 on the Celebrity 100 list, behind only Taylor Swift. But let's see. After speaking with a handful of analysts and industry experts who also found the Jenner's claim implausible, we settled on a more reasonable estimate for our 2000 Celebrity 100 list. $41 million in overall earnings for Kylie, good for the 59th spot. Kris was so frustrated the Jenner's PR flack shot back. We've done so much. Who gives a damn? Cry baby. Huh? You sound just like your kinfolk. And y'all know who I'm talking about. The issues. Yeah, y'all didn't know they was the issues. Y'all didn't know they was the issues that need to be washed like dishes. They dirty Issues that need to be washed like dishes. Because they just do crime and betray people and deceive people when it comes to business. Y'all just heard what I told you about the record labels and all that. But people sign these deals and they go in there and they just want to make a little money for their family, but nobody has no money anymore. No rappers have money anymore. They may do a few shows and get a few $1,000s, but to keep up the lifestyle and pay the taxes and live in these big houses with the upkeep, ain't nobody got no money. And they say Boosie get ready to go back to jail. He did all the interviews with Vlad, let Vlad in his house, and they supposed to be cool. But let me tell you, they say Vlad is something else. All of a sudden, Boosie came out, now he going back. The issues, boy. Let me tell you, if you got dirt, they gonna come and wash your dishes. Yeah. So that goes some more baddies right there. The Kardashian family. But it ain't been looking too good for a lot of these celebrities. I'm hearing things about Jay-Z, Beyonce. I know people be talking about Beyonce a billionaire and all that, maybe in assets and things like that, but I'm going to tell you right now, they saying they behind on loans and all type of stuff, and I don't like to get into gossip. But one thing I do know is that the Most High is destroying this Babylon empire. That's what he's doing. Let's continue. These spoiled baddies think just because they're beautiful, it's almost like they feel like superwomen, like everything's going to work out because they're beautiful. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. A lot of these women self-proclaim beautiful because sorry men who can't get women tell them they're beautiful. Or men who are fornicators who cheat on their women telling them these things when they have no business, going out their way trying to flirt and all that. So these are the men that come back and tell real men what other men said. Yeah, you talking about fornicators? You talking about whoremongers? You talking about pimps? You talking about men who don't got nothing going on? No, it's men. They had nice. Yeah, these men got wives at home. Yeah. These men are thirsty. You talking about thirsty men who get trapped in your lust? Those men don't count when you come to a real man. Talking about you a baddie. You shouldn't have to tell nobody you're a baddie if you're a baddie. I'm a baddie with a fatty. Who gives a damn? It's time for you to get spiritually deflated. Oh, yeah. She finna turn into her real self. Let me tell you, you gonna see all that surgery and all that, but she about to turn into a real self right now, how the Karens be.
Nervous right now. I never get
Obviously, this is crazy.
Do you want a shot of tequila? No. Should I?
Oh, you have your dad's notebook.
Yep. It's 5 o'clock. I didn't make it.
Listen, I'm not laughing at the fact that she didn't make it. I'm laughing at how these pretty girls, this is not the first time I've seen stuff like this, how these pretty girls, it'd be a lot of white girls like this. You know what I mean? They be like this and they think everything's going to work out because their family's rich. They come from a rich family name, or they're pretty and they got some makeup on and they're popular. They think that everything's going to work out. Welcome to the real world of reality. Of people who had to work very hard to pass the bar test and all other types of tests. I didn't make it. So I'm not making fun of her that she didn't make it, but it's just a little funny to me because they walk around bragging, boasting that they're this and they're that. Man, you took my boy Kanye down, sis. Let me tell you, you done took NFL players. Let me tell you, everywhere you go, boy, you 10 out of 10 when it come to bat. So you might want to stay with what you're doing. You was Satan's hustler for real. When it come to you getting with a black man, you hitting home runs. That's one thing I can give you, sister. I'm not saying I agree. But listen, but that's what I'm saying. Real men in my neighborhood, no offense, and I'm not this type of man, but I know men in my neighborhood she would have been the toss around. There's a many Gentiles who comes to neighborhoods and all that. If she's a little cute, brothers don't take that serious. They don't take bimbos serious. Okay? They're just keeping it real. Now they gonna get that money for as long as they can. So I know what Kanye was doing. He probably got with her like, yeah, she's famous. I'm famous. She's gonna make me more famous. But listen, Kanye, you make your own self famous. But he was trying to be smart. But guess what? At the end, she was like a shark, bit him in the heart, and took and broke him apart. Huh? Let's go again.
I didn't make it.
How do you know?
How do you know?
It says fail.
No.
It's okay. I figured that.
No.
Kim Kardashian sobbing in
Oh my goodness, man. Father have mercy.
surrounded by family as she learns she failed the California bar exam.
But,
It's a different experience.
but don't worry about it. She's a baddie. Huh? She ain't worrying about it. She's a baddie. She tried to come in the real world where women have to work hard and study to get ahead in life, to be able to be helpmeets, or maybe they doing it to be baddies. I don't know. Because I know the woman that 50 Cent was dating, she's a lawyer too. You know, so, but she's always club hopping, and you know, these people, they club hop, but they still say God first. All these baddies be like, God first. God first what? What God? What God would allow you to have your boobs out, your behind out, you popping bottles and all over the place with gay dudes around you? What do you mean God first? I want to thank God. Really? He that loves the world loves not the Father. Now, if you want to be Mary Magdalene and come back, you can get baptized and get saved. We're not saying that. You can get baptized and get saved. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so fellas, you want you a baddie, don't you? Never get a woman just for looks, like the scripture says. Never get a woman just for looks. Okay? Don't do it. Wait.
Do
you want to come to church with us?
Do you want to go to the synagogue with me?
You're outvoted, man.
Yeah. 3
to 1.
Christians, 1 Jew.
Mace, don't you want to have a bar mitzvah and make mucho dinero?
That's what it's about?
No, but it's a nice item.
Mason, are you really don't know what it means to be a Jew?
I went to temple.
When?
I don't know the dates. It was 20 years ago.
Like whenever I ask you stories of the First Testament, which are Jewish, you don't know any of them.
Look, I'm not saying I'm a walking Torah.
If Scott was really serious about Judaism.
Ladies and gentlemen, you thought they were just Armenian, didn't you? Welcome to where our women are following these witches who follow goddesses, the baddies. Oh man, you didn't know that's where it all came from, huh? See, I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm I just want a party. Girl, you looking like peroxide. You need to go clean yourself up somewhere and get in the sun. What's the little girl name that's in New York? The little Puerto Rican looking girl? You need to go get in the sun for a little bit and put some clothes on. I don't even be knowing these little women names. They keep reinventing Lil Kim's. That's all they doing. Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, that's all they doing. Keep reinventing Lil Kim. Oh, you have Foxy Brown. They just keep going and going and going. And then you have a bunch of silly girls in the hood behind this girl, and most of these girls can't fight. What's the other one name? Who they be following? with the who got the fake behind. It's another bright girl. And she say she never been in a fight. They be talking all this crap, ain't never been in a fight or nothing. Our people, man, we got to wake up. They bringing in AI, robots. Snitching is in. Being fake is in. Everything is turned upside down is in. Huh? We showing you tonight what good is a baddie if she gonna send your soul to hell. We gonna go into the scriptures about it.
I would totally support him, but it's just like another one of his fads, and he'll be over it in a week. What are your beliefs spiritually?
Courtney loves to bust my balls about everything. And now all of a sudden, she wants to tell me I'm not Jewish because I don't know everything about every testament. I never said I was a rabbi. I just said I was Jewish. All right, I'll see you at Mason's bar mitzvah in Israel. Yeah, there's a nice synagogue down the street, too.
Do you want?
Who you seen there? You seen the Kardashians. A lot of these so-called, a lot of our sisters out there don't know. A lot of our sisters don't know where this came from. Jewish witches and warlocks. Nobody equated that they were Jewish. Nobody equated it. You can go, let me tell you, there's articles on this, baby. Look, jewishnews.co.uk. Huh? One former family member is a troubled Jewish businessman, while another is one of the most famous anti-Semites in the world. The Kardashians are Christian Armenians and often wear crosses, yet are so surprisingly Jewish adjacent. You know how many people wear crosses, but then they be Jewish or Catholic? They're the same people. The Catholic and the Jewish people, the same people. Last season, they even had their first family bar mitzvah on their infamous show. So how Jewish are America's reality royalty. So how Jewish are America's reality royalty, it says. So I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah. The baddie thing came in when Kim Kardashian became famous and started getting surgery, and I started to see, I'm like, why are all our black sisters starting to look like a version? Everybody has a version of Kim Kardashian. You didn't just see the lady that looked like the Natalie Nunn lady. She had the same big lips, the high cheekbones. They're all trying to look like this look. I believe that this comes from a goddess. Woe to them that calls evil good and good evil. Woe to them is what the scripture says. Okay? So, I want to get this one more time really quick because she says here, I want to know, fellas. I want to know from the fellas if y'all are intimidated of baddies. Who because they making money. I want to see that. Hold up. 1 second. We ain't gonna get back in her too much. But I wanna see this really quick.
You're so annoying because you are like, stop doing this. Like, I'm asking questions and because I want you to get off your iPad and be real.
This is just a guider.
Yeah, it's fake. That's called easily produced. Yeah.
This is not reality TV.
I know. But that's what they do.
This is curated TV.
I know. I like that, though. Your show is fire, though.
I know.
Yeah, it is. That's why I said I want to.
I'm trying to curate a question.
So fine, go.
All right. Well, I have your attention. Baddie shows are a lot of personalities and behavior, right? What do you really want to teach to young women, especially your daughter?
You know, I feel like women should always be okay to, like, be the breadwinners. And I feel so strongly about that it actually might make me cry right now because it comes a point when, like, everyone judges you and makes you feel like, first of all, let me take a deep breath because I don't want to get emotional. But I feel like it's annoying when women put other women down for being like a boss or the breadwinner. So it's important that I lead the pack to understand that even if you make more money or you're taking care of the whole family, that doesn't make you a nigga, the man, you wear the pants. No, I like to wear pants and stuff, and you know.
Let me tell you, she don't even know a spirit is speaking for her. And that she's trying to hold some type of burden. And guess what? She probably was poor in life before or something. When you read it, I thought I heard something like that before. So she finally have money and she's created this persona that doesn't need to be created. Just be humble and say, you know what? I wanted to work hard to do better for my family. But what's going to happen? What's going to happen is you're going to have a kid by some dude, not be with the dude, be unhappy, walk around just telling people how much of a boss you are. And then guess what? Your life is just going to end and when you were not really happy. That's what's going to happen.
What's your ethnicity?
I'm Puerto Rican and black.
Okay.
My dad is.
Her mom's white, just so you know. Everybody who's Puerto Rican is not Puerto Rican. All right? That's just the truth. I already looked it up.
Alabama. That's also why when I come to Atlanta, he lives an hour and a half away from Atlanta.
What part?
Jackson.
Jackson, Alabama?
No, they be scared.
This is what I wanted.
Can I ask you a question from the iPad?
A house. I'm going to buy you. Yeah.
Do you know how much money I'm worth?
I don't know. Kim, I know. Oh, come on. You know I know. No, I know, but I mean, that's why I said, have you ever dated a girl? There are girls out there that have made more money than you. Don't fuck.
I'm pretty sure they are.
I know there
I just
is.
haven't dated them.
So she's just a child. She haven't reached her age of maturity. And sisters, I'm telling y'all, don't follow this because you're going to end up on a lonely road. You're going to end up, this is a clown show here. This is not reality. A baddies is not reality. I understand the terminology and all that. Oh, she bad. She look good. I get it. But we're talking about people are starting to take this thing serious. And guess what? When the women fail, I seen Stacey Dash saying she's done. She got to come out and show what it really is. She's starting the OnlyFans. This is what it is at the end of the day. When it comes to women getting lonely, they can't survive. They're going to be on social media instead of a man being able to take care of them and them helping the man. And they're going to be starting OnlyFans. And nobody will know, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, Jesus is good. But you on OnlyFans. How good really is Jesus?
That's why I asked. But that's all. It wasn't like...
Respectfully, though. But I don't date for money, though.
But I'm saying, like, most men are intimidated of entrepreneur women that are really boss baddies. Like...
She is nonstop with this thing in her mind. Brothers, are you intimidated to date women because they make more than you? I wouldn't be intimidated. But it's a difference. Men are not intimidated. Men don't want to date a woman just because she makes more and her throwing that at him like she is all day. No, I'm still going to be the head of the household. I'm still going to be directing and controlling the money, making sure we good, and you still going to humble yourself and help me. God bless you, and we're going to build our empire. But if you just want to just keep it to yourself and do it like that, hey, you can be by yourself or you can be with another man. Yeah, she sound like a broken record. Cause let me tell you, and she got that liquor in her. Lord have mercy. Let me tell you, you let a woman like that, we gonna read it. Just be free. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Really, she ain't the type of woman to get with anyway, but I'm saying. Yeah, so she thinks men are intimidated. Men are not intimidated of that. Men don't want a woman like that, knowing that she's gonna be the man in the house, thinking that she runs something because she make more money. Now, I'm glad that this specific one here is they blanked it out because she went to, you remember her? I showed her on the show just recently. I had to specifically get this post because her outfit was too revealing. You remember she was on Shannon Sharp's show. The life coach, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. She went viral and a lot of people are calling it hypocrisy because they like, well, is this the same doctor who's telling men how to live and what men should do? And she walked up in there like a whole thought to the G.O.C.C party. She walks up in there like a whole thought into the G.O.C.C party as if she was trying to be taken. That's the come get me and you can have it attitude how she's rolling up in that thing. No class, no style, no honor, none of the stuff she be speaking. What's the point of speaking all of that and you still in the same category as a low-level minded baddie? That don't go together. If people respect you for your work, let me tell you, you can't, like Paul said, I can't be a hypocrite unless I'm gonna be a castaway. Let me tell you guys, she had on bra and night undergarments with lace. Yeah, let me tell you, and guess what? That's why people show what she really was about with the LGBT thing, the lesbian thing. So we got to wake up and see that we don't love the world. Love not the world. Him that love the world, you don't love the Father. So men, don't love no baddies that's in the world. Don't be coming to me talking about you want a baddie, brother, because I'm not about to marry you if you trying to get a baddie. I'm gonna marry you if you're trying to get something good. I can't give you advice on the baddie. What I can tell you is run. Any characteristics that was with a baddie, attitude, the fingers moving every time they talk and all of this crazy stuff. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you, run as fast as you can like the gingerbread man. Because you're going to be a crooked cookie that's going to crumble. You're going to be the gingerbread Negro. Run as fast as you can. Listen, she gonna catch you because all she got to do is call a white man. You're gonna be on that child support. You got exactly what you wanted. But I really think a lot of baddies, like I said, they're going through the curses. They were hurt. Something happened to them. Or they just learn wrong and they think that this is the way. Let's read the Testament of Judah really quick. Chapter 12. Verse 1. So we can learn what and what not to do and how our forefather warned us. Let's read that really quick. The Testament of Judah. It says here, and now I command you, if for those of you who don't know who Judah is out there, if you're in a Christian church or if you're in another religion or whatever, Judah is the modern day Negroes that you see in America. Obviously, they're in parts of Africa and other parts, but we're talking modern day, predominantly the people who you see in the United States of America, okay? Who started hip hop, who started the style, and that's who Judah is, okay? And now I command you, my children, hearken to Judah, your father, and keep my sayings to perform. Once again, we're in the Testament of Judah, chapter 12. Verse 1, and keep my sayings to perform all the ordinances of the Lord and to obey the commands of God and to walk not after your lust, wanting baddies. Don't walk after your lust because you're going to want things that God don't want you to want. You seek the kingdom. Okay, he's going to give you a Sarah, something like that. Nor in the imaginations of your thoughts and haughtiness of heart. What does haughtiness of heart mean? It means haughtiness of your mind. Don't try to get a woman after the flesh. Okay? And glory not in the deeds and strength of your youth. Men in their 20s, teenage up to your 20s, strong. I mean, everything. He said, don't glory in that. That goes away. Wise men teach you how to keep whatever can be left and to roll with that. In your 20s, you got it all. You got energy. You got everything. I mean, you can eat 3-4 plates until the metabolism slow down after you 35. So a real man gonna give you experience and say, hey, listen, young man, this is the way I would have did it, and it's just advice. Try to make this thing last. Take care of your joints. Don't brag in it and think that you're better than older men because you got strength. We all had that strength when we was there. And some of us still have it because we were wise enough to learn how to preserve it. But we would never try to prove ourselves to the youth. So don't brag in that over older men, because God, that can be a sin. Okay, is what it's saying here. And I'm going to prove it. And glory not in the deeds and strength of your youth. Don't brag about all of these things. For this is evil in the eyes of the Lord. Don't go around boasting yourself to older men of the things you got and what you accomplished, all that. Listen, be humble about it. The Most High is going to bless you. Since I also gloried, because sometimes young men will be like, well, I've been doing this since my 20s. I made more than you. Who gives a damn? The next generation should get better. That don't mean you're a better man. Money don't make you a better man. Life experience and longevity does. Period. Okay? You can get ruined out here if you don't have no mentors. Since I also glory that in wars, no comely woman's face ever enticed me. So Judah focused more on war because he had a spirit of might with him. So because he kept himself focused on training in war, he really didn't have time to focus on women. That's why we try to tell a lot of brothers, why you not hitting push-ups, King? You young, you in your 20s, you gonna waste your strength? It's one thing not to brag about it, but don't waste it. This is the time you got to build as much muscle as possible, because once you get 35 and over, you can still gain and build muscle, but you're not really building that much muscle. You starting to, you reached your peak to a certain degree, and you trying to maintain what God have blessed you with through those years. So Judah, he was exercising, working out, staying ready for war, discipline, so he wouldn't focus on a woman. That's what we tell a lot of young men, stay in the gym. But the whole point is, sometimes you go to these gyms, it's a lot of booty around. It's booty rocking everywhere. Like what's that white rapper said? It's booty rocking everywhere. And you gonna have to have your whole armor on, because they gonna see you veins popping out and all of that. And I'm going to tell you, if it ain't for you, you might want to hit some push-ups at home or get you a pull-up bar at the park, because they be up in that joint trying to seek who they can devour. Until you spiritually strong and women don't move you like that, you got to be careful, because you can't keep coming back. I did it again. I fornicate again. Okay? Once you understand life, to be honest, a pretty woman, she's pretty, but it's not that deep. I'm going to tell you, once you become mature and you've had women and experience and you've been around them, it's really not that deep, to be quite honest. Because you realize, okay, they got a different smell, different attitude, different this. I got to get used to all of that all over again. She going to tell me all of these things that I'm going to find out a lot of them not true. She was fabricating the story. You got to keep finding out all of that. And you be like, listen, sweetheart, you ain't got to do all of that. I like you. I want you. Keep it simple. But you got to keep hearing that. So men don't want to keep going through that, because they ain't trying to waste no money, no resources, no time, no energy, and no stress. Young men is caught up in themselves, and every woman who looks at them, oh, she looked at me today. That's what it's telling you here. Don't get caught up in that. That's evil towards the Most High. Okay? So you become like a woman when you happy every time you see a woman looking at you. So what? She's supposed to. You're supposed to walk through and have it all together, because you discipline, you handling your business. Okay? So, since I also glory that in wars, no comely woman's face ever enticed me. and reproved Reuben, my brother, concerning Bilhah, the wife of my father. So he was, at that time, he was able to hold it down and be an example to his brothers, but not forever. The spirit of jealousy and of fornication arrayed themselves against me. So when you in your youth, you see what's going on in society, these things will not stop until they try to take you down. So Judah is telling us from experience. The spirits of jealousy and of fornication arrayed themselves against me until I lay with Bathsheba the Canaanite and Tamar, who was espoused to my sons. So he got to a point, because what happens to a fornicator, the Bible says all meat is good to a fornicator. Now they don't care who it is. So you have to conquer that spirit. He should have stayed disciplined and not gave into them voices, but it's easier said than done. So if you surround yourself around the right people, not around the wrong places, or even if you have to go to these places, keep your earphones in, listen to the word, listen to the righteous music, and stay really focused on your goals, and knowing that a baddie is going to get in the way and make your life hell. And when you get the child support on your boy, let me tell you right now, I know so many men who's going through that, regret and all of this, right? So just learn from what we're saying. For I said to my father-in-law, I will take counsel with my father, and so will I take thy daughter. And he was unwilling, but showed me a boundless store of gold in his daughter's behalf. For Be was a king, and he adorned her with gold and pearls, and caused her to pour out wine for us at the feast with the beauty of women. There go Judah. She poured that wine. He seen that money. No different than Achan. Achan was getting us killed because he wanted the garments. Remember when our people were getting killed and Joshua was like, man, what did you do? And the wine turned aside my eyes, and pleasure blinded my heart. Once you get that wine and you're around a beautiful woman, and they telling you, man, you can have this, you can do this. This is Judah, especially in captivity. You don't got much, and you'll get around these big corporate people and people who have things, and they promising you all these things. That's nothing but the devil. Just like he came to Christ in the desert, offering you things, putting you in these situations. Let me tell you, I sat down, ask my brother, dude offered me $1 million in my face when we was living over there in Europe. Period. They would offer us so many things here. I mean, guys, we had champagne, and we don't even drink like that. And they just giving us this. It was a distributor who gave us nice hotels, Belvedere, all that. I mean, let me tell you, we could have made millions of dollars over there. But I used to tell my little brother, I said, man, we're not here for this. We're not here to just make money from music and just, you know what I mean? Like, I know the Most High don't got us here to just do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's I could have did that when we was back there. I sat down there, guys, like, you know what I mean? I want to offer you and your brother $1 million to do what y'all doing. And I told her, but I said, thanks, sir, but no thanks. I said, 1, I don't know you. 2, I can't be controlled with money. I'm not a man about money. And I'm like, I'm not going to have you telling me something that if I don't like it, you feel like you bought me. Money can't buy me. It never could buy me. I grew up around the real. That's just what it is. So when Judah got around these situations, so somebody else who wants to be like a Travis Scott or a Drake, you can sell, you can give them money. But see, I'm the type of person, I want to have respect without money first. If I can't get respect as a man without money, when I got money, that don't mean I'm going to get that same respect. So nah, I don't, in me, that's just how I was raised. That's just how I was raised. I ain't never needed no money to get no woman, not ever. But that don't mean I didn't have it. But I'm just telling you, I didn't go to her like, man, baby, I got this and got that. No, because how am I gonna know if she really want me? Now, I'm a little handsome, But I can tell the difference when a woman want me just because I'm handsome, or if she's really into me because of my personality and my character, and because I'm a man of God. So I'm not no fool out here. So that's what Judah's telling you. You can't fall for the way that he fell. And guess what? This is not the first. Let me tell you. When we left, you could see how these opportunities was there. I had a man tell me, hey, he was my $1 million friend, and Rawchaa know him. Rawchaa probably had the same opportunities. He told me, listen, I want to take you and your family to Saudi Arabia, start a restaurant. He loved me so much. Start a restaurant or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, man, I didn't come out here to, and he was a millionaire. I watch him just make money on stocks. He make $5,000 a day and he just stop it. He was teaching me how to currency trade. He make $5,000 a day, and then in the Egyptian pounds, that's bread. His daddy owned a university out there, and he was like, yeah, man, you and your family can come. We can start a restaurant, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I know I'm not here for that. Some fall aside for filthy lucre's sake, but I can't be bought, baby. I'm not trying to be better than nobody. I'm not trying to make no money to say I'm this and that. I'm not here for that. The money is going to come in the kingdom. And if it come in this lifetime too, for the work and to keep my family on point, I'm for that. But it got to be righteous wages that came from the Most High, from my works. My works with righteous hands, not from some man just giving me something just because he feel good or he got the bottle on him or because he like my personality. Nah. So Judah is telling you how to be. Okay? So like I said, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people have no clue. All right? We just don't put everything out there like that. Right? And another reason, sometimes it's good to deny things because you never know if you're going to need it later for the work. But this person denied this at this time. I know he a real person and he wasn't there for no money. So in an emergency situation, if you still offering that meal and we're in an emergency situation and I got a bunch of people who I need to help now, okay, well, I might need a little help for that. But as a man, I got to work for mine, baby. We get it out the mud down here. You know what I'm talking about? So, and the wine turned aside my eyes, and pleasure blinded my heart. And I became enamored of, and I lay with her, and transgressed the commandment of the Lord and the commandment of my fathers, and I took her to wife. And the Lord rewarded me according to the imagination of my mind. So he's like, listen, you got what you wanted. I tell a lot of brothers, you're going to get everything you want. You want that dump truck? You want that baddie, that dump truck? She gonna dump all her dirt on you, all her demons, all her burdens. Huh? Yeah, let me tell you, you see that big old that dump truck in the back. Hey, if it ain't in the righteous way, it's gonna come with a lot of dirt and burdens, demons and skeletons. Okay? Her treasure chest may look full, but it's just a treasure chest, but it's empty inside, King. Everybody got the big old treasure chest behind them. All the women got the nice body and all of that. But the treasure chest on the spirit inside is empty. And you got a lot of dudes who be like, man, forget what he talking about, man. You a thirsty Negro. I'm not thirsty. Let me tell you, I done dated people who's famous right now. Who done dated NBA players. I'm talking about like in real life. Who asked me for my number? You'll never know because I won't put my business out there like that because I don't want to put their name out there like that. But yeah, who asked me for my number? Who dated NBA players? Who's famous all on the internet and all that? And to me, they regular. I chose to stop talking to them because I wasn't feeling. I was always, even before the truth, I still wanted a stand-up woman, period. And guess what? You're talking about beautiful. Some men would never be able to get that, unfortunately. To me, it's nothing. Because I personally love the inner man more than the outer person. You can't buy that. See? And y'all got to stop confusing this. Let me tell y'all sisters something. When we say that we love the inside of a person, that does not take away from the beauty of these women. That don't mean we going to try to go around pick uncomely women. Don't get it twisted. So some sisters be thinking that like, yeah, well, you know, because he's always talking about the inner, I got to be attracted. Or I'm gonna need supplements all the time. No, we got to be I got to be attracted to you for this thing to work out, for us to be, you know, make some babies here. Okay? So, yeah. Let's continue. And now, my children, I say unto you, be not drunk with wine, for wine turneth the mind away. So you can drink wine, but you can't overindulge in it. It turns your mind away from the truth and inspires a passion of lust and leadeth the eyes into error. For the spirit of fornication had wine as a minister to give pleasure to the mind. For these two take away the mind of a man. You see that? For if a man drink wine to drunkenness, it disturbeth the mind with filthy thoughts leading to fornication. You feel that warm feeling inside. Let me tell you, you need to know yourself when you're on that liquor, because it's going to make you move quicker. I'm going to tell you right now. So once you gain authority over your soul and you start to get the mastery, you're a different person. You're like, nah, I only drink this amount wherever I go, no matter who's around. But if you're a person who already wants to get married and you put yourself in front of a serpent, brother, you're going to get bit. I'm going to tell you right now. Don't you get yourself bit. You drink that wine, you start feeling like you got all the game in the world. You be saying everything perfect. You think that's you. That wine, let me tell you, that wine make you say everything where she want to take you right now and go somewhere else. And that's how women are. They will let the serpent deceive them. One, they are already ready to bite the fruit. They are already ready to bite the fruit. You get that wine in you and you start winding down. That's it. Okay? So, for if a man drink wine to drunkenness, it disturbeth the mind with filthy thoughts leading to fornication and heated the body to carnal union. You see that? I didn't even know I was gonna say that. Everybody know when you drink that wine, you start getting warm inside. It's time to run. It's time to run before you start having too much fun. Okay? So, and if the occasion of lust be present, he worketh sin and is not ashamed. Right? So you're not ashamed but once you wake up, your conscience starts to convict you. That's what'll happen. You're not ashamed on that wine, though, till you wake up sober. Such is the inebriated man, my children, for he who is drunken reverenceth no man, because there's a demon in you that's taking control of you. For lo, it made me also err, so that I was not ashamed of the multitude in the city, in that before the eyes of all I turned aside to tomorrow and wrought great sin, and I uncovered the covering of my son's shame. After I had drunk wine, I reverenced not the commandment of God, and I took a woman of Canaan to wife. Some of you tempt yourself, you get in front of a snake and you get bit. Right? For much discretion needed, the man who drinketh wine, my children, and herein is discretion in drinking wine. A man may drink so long as he preserveth modesty. But if he go beyond this limit, the spirit of deceit attacketh his mind. It's telling you right now. The spirit or a demon jumps in you. They're called evil spirits. Once you overflow your organs, here comes a demon. You've opened a gateway If he go beyond his limit, everybody know they limit. And it make it a man, it make it the drunkard to talk filthily, to transgress and not to be ashamed, but even to glory in his shame, to the account of himself honor. It's talking about the Spirit makes you do that. He that committed fornication is not aware when he suffers loss. See how I told you that earlier? Yes, getting high is also included. Any gateway drug or thing or liquor. That's why they call some of this alcohol spirits. And is not ashamed when put to dishonor. One, it takes the essence of anything, like it's like something that possesses the essence of everything. So when it comes in you, it will possess you if you overdo it. Facts. For even though a man be a king and commit fornication, he is stripped of his kingship by becoming the slave of fornication, as I also myself suffered. For I gave my staff, that is the stay of my tribe, and my girdle, that is my power, and my diadem, that is the glory of my kingdom. And I indeed repented of these things. Wine and flesh I eat, not to my old age, nor did I behold any joy. And the angel of God showed me that forever do women bear rule over king and beggar alike. Any one of you can get God, whether you're a king or whether you poor, whether you middle class, whatever you want to call yourself. And so you got to be on point. All right, let me see if I want to keep going down here. And from the king they take away his glory, and from the valiant man his might, like Samson. And from the beggar even the little, which is the stay of his poverty. So, for instance, you go to the hood, some of these women who are baddies in the hood, let me tell you, they'll have a good time with you because they don't have nothing. Before you know it, they done took everything you got in all types of ways and schemes. 1 second. One second. I wanted to see that I want to get anything else with it. Now, I wanted to tell you guys that when he went to Tamar, what happened was he said that he didn't know it was Tamar at first, guys. He said that basically the Amorites, before they get married, they fornicate for 7 days. So that's where you get your bachelorette parties from. Okay? That's where you get your bachelorette parties from. 1 second here. Let me see if I can find that. I guess, because I had it in my book, but I didn't want chapter 3. Y'all give me 1 second here. Not that one. They doing it like that. That's why I see. All right. Okay, so yeah, I don't know which part that was in, but when he went to Tamar, he said basically that she played the harlot, you guys know already, but she put on basically like what women do today. You got your lashes, you make yourself up real nice. So he didn't even know that was the same woman, how she made herself up. And let me tell you, the reason we know this to be true, because transgender men, they can look like a man, but if they cold at learning how to make themselves up, you wouldn't even know that that's a man. So with Judah, one, he was already drinking, and then when he seen Tamar, he thought she was a different person. All right, so I just want to put that out there, how the Kim Kardashians using surgery, women out there using makeup or fake up or whatever you want to call it, to deceive a man, and not just to look, beautiful for their husband. All right? No, it's not in Jasher. It's in the testament of Judah. We're almost done here, actually. I wanted to get this for you really quick. Hold up. We're going to get this testament of Solomon for you real quick. Really quick. Make sure I got it. Why didn't I write down the bruh? I'm gonna find it. Oh yeah, here we go. Testament of Solomon real quick. Verse 16. I then asked of the demon if there were females among them. This is Solomon talking to the demons, okay? So a lot of you who are Christians out there may not know that Solomon, okay, was actually giving a ring to control demons. He was a black man, by the way, from the tribe of Judah, a Negro, not a white man. I then asked the demon if there were females among them. And when he told me that there were, I said that I desire to see them. So Beelzebub went off at a high speed, and princes of the air, at a high speed, and brought unto me blank. Now, the reason I'm going to say this name is because other people are naming themselves after this. Khalees, Kelis. No different than Kali. Okay? Yeah, let me tell you, y'all don't know. A lot of these celebrities knew and know why they were naming themselves these things. They know why. They know about the spirit of what we're getting ready to read about. How to seduce men. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you guys. Okay? These celebrities be knowing. Don't tell me Anthony Joshua fought this white dude and all of a sudden he gets into an accident in Nigeria where it's 90% witchcraft and nobody knows what's really going on. He lost 2 of his friends, but he hops out. Y'all think these celebrities don't know what's going on? Y'all got another thing coming. Y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know they little signs they be making. Y'all don't see they little pyramid signs and how they sit low with their hands like Aleister Crowley between their legs. Let me tell you, y'all don't be seeing they little symbols they do. Come on now, let's wake up. Not that we got to focus on these things, but let's not think that these people don't know what they're doing in every sense. We make excuses for people. I'm not judging people, but we do make excuses for people a lot of the obvious. But that's not an argument I care to go into. But the reality is, you don't think. Let me tell you, people be naming themselves Khalees and Kelis, even Khaleesi on Game of Thrones. This is ancient Babylonian East Indian culture. Okay? So, that's her name. Khalees, I'm going to say it for short. That had a very pretty shape. You think Kim Kardashian and them didn't see this demon behind the scenes? Or in a book, or somebody didn't show them this through the Talmud or something like this? Huh? You want a baddie, don't you, young man? You better see where the origin of baddies come from. Huh? Yeah. What did it say about the demon? That the demon had a very pretty shape. So because this demon had a very pretty shape, all the baddies, all the divas, Shivas, whoever, they would all try to use this same spirit and adopt this spirit to take a hold of men. Let's prove it again. I went into this bore. had a very pretty shape. What do black men like? Hey, we love what the Most High made, shape. Now, we rather you cover it up, though, as our queen. But in our nature, that's just what we love. We love a shapely woman. So let me tell you, this demon knew that because it shape shifts. And the skin of a fair-colored woman. Yeah, look at that song you said. The milkshake, what did it say? My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. And Khalees, she's a very shapely woman, especially now. Not when she was so much with Nas, but she's with, what's this dude, Dan Aykroyd? Her little videos, she be forming in Africa, but they got the camera right on her backside. Khalees is a very shapely woman. So she knew what she was doing, saying that stuff. Talking about her milkshake. The same thing comes from this demon right here. See? And the skin of a fair-hued woman or a fair-colored woman. And she tossed her head. What do women do when they get that weave in their hair? It's almost like they become, you never seen when women put weave in their hair? Guys, as soon as they put some of this stuff on, some of them become something different. Some of this stuff is coming from sewers. They're praying stuff into the, let me tell you, yeah, sewers. You put someone cleaning your head with chemicals and formaldehyde. Let me tell y'all something, guys. And I'm not judging no women out there. Do what you got to do. But I'm telling you, I've seen these women put this hair in, and they toss their little hair with their hand and put their little head up. It's a whole different zone when some of them put this stuff on. You doing exactly what this demon did. You put that stuff in, you get out of that chair, that salon chair, and you look in the mirror like, girl, you shaking your little hair. Oh yeah, you're doing exactly what this demon did. Let's read it again. This pretty shape. What do carnal women focus on? Pretty shape. And the skin of a fair-hued woman. So she got to be made up and tossing that hair around. Like she's sexy red or something. Like they getting ready to twerk. That's what before they get ready to twerk, they throw that hair around. Here they go. They throw that hair around. Before you know it, they twerking for no damn reason. And only trashy, dirty men like this, dogs. Strip club don't attract me. Maybe it attracts some of you dudes out there that never, even in the world, that didn't attract me. Sweaty behind, dancing, there's sweat everywhere, and there's other men touching a woman that I would want. That ain't me, bruh. I'm different. That didn't attract me zero. Okay? And let me tell you, when I first ever went to one of those things, I went twice before. The first time I've ever went, I was very young. My cousin had a thing full of pennies. And he like, watch this, cuz. He threw a bunch of pennies on the stage. I'm like, Lord have mercy, bro. Our people is crazy. I just always felt uncomfortable. Then another night, friends try to take me, and I'm like, listen, bro, I'm good. I'm ready to go to the crib. I went, and these women can tell I was uncomfortable, and I wasn't supposed to be there. And when they see who's like that, they don't even care if you got money or not. It's almost like what we reading here. They want that man who don't want them. I never understood our brothers just going crazy in their mind because stuff is bouncing in there like a basketball, and they just losing their little minds all over the place. I'm like, you want something another dude want, brother? That's unclean. I was always afraid to catch something me. And I want my own stuff to myself. So that's really never been my thing. But I'm going to tell you, don't matter if it ain't my thing. They going to take the souls of the simple who go and work hard, kill people, hustle, drugs. They work in the corporate sector, bring all their money to the Khalees in the strip club. That's the same thing you're doing. You going out doing dirt, getting money to show people you're the biggest drug dealer in the city, like the thuggies. to give money to Kali on the stage. And the Most High says in the book of Jubilees, and we know we filtered the book of Jubilees with Christ, but this is one of the things that would be to all generations, that law, unclean, to be in fornication. And if you know better, to marry Gentiles. If you know better, like if you already did it because you was before the truth, that's one thing. But because these women would take you away from your God. Some of them don't be whipped. Some white women don't whip their children. They just let them do what they want to do. And when a man becomes like that, you changing it to something else. The Bible tells you to discipline your children. So when another Gentile's telling you, oh, it's okay, Molly is okay, she didn't know. Now Molly is out there free because you didn't discipline her at home. And the Most High told you when you had them babies too free, hey, they won't be free later. They will be shackled in chains into Hades. So listen to me now. Pretty shape and the skin of a fair-hued woman, and she tossed her head. Now you got some modern day Esau. They didn't learn from Jake. They take it. Let me tell you, they whipping behind some of them. They whipping behind. They seasoning food now. They dressing different. They walking different. It's a new generation of Edomites. They didn't learn. They didn't learn from the best. Cause they can't say they taught us nothing. Only thing I can learn from them is what we lost in slavery that we should have never lost. And I'm all good with that. Learning how to hunt, learning how to live off the land. I don't mind doing that. Let's continue. And when she was come, I said to her, tell me, who art thou? But she said to me, I am called blank, a spirit wrought, meaning a spirit that comes forth, lurking upon the earth, creeping. And there is a golden cave where I lie. But I have a place that ever shifts, meaning she's never in one place. She's always over the place, just like Satan. At one time, now check it out how she moved. I want to tell you, brothers, we reading from the Testament of Solomon. Check it out, fellas, how she moved. Those of you who fall to simple women just because they got a little behind. I know dudes, you can't drive nowhere. I used to have a cousin. And guess what? I'm a man. I was single at the time. I like women. But I'm not no thirsty dude like that. Every corner we go to, I don't care if she fat, skinny, small, whatever. If he sees something behind, he's just like, oh my God. Oh Lord. Lord have mercy. It's just like he just all day long. I couldn't ride with this dude. I'm just sitting there quiet looking at this dude like, dude, you all right? And guess what? He got a whole wife at home. He got a whole beautiful wife at home with the same thing. But when you not all there up here, you just going crazy for this stuff all over the place. See what I'm saying? I can't be around cats like that. I used to work out with cats like that. I'm like, these cats is married and they still talking about other women, flirting for. I can't do that. I'm like, nah. I got to work out by myself now. I can't do it. I'm just, in my mind, I'm just picturing like, yo, this dude's wife is at home, and this is how this cat is rolling. If you do that to the woman you love, hey, I definitely won't do no damn business deals with you. Okay? Because that's the person you're supposed to be telling your secrets to. Man. Anyway, let's check it out how she moved, fellas. For some of you who you don't know that a woman will take you down quicker than a man if you be thinking with the wrong head, brother. I'm gonna tell you right now. You ain't been. Let me tell you, if you ain't been in the real world and you ain't seen women get set up, I've lived it all, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. My life is a movie. I can't even speak some of this stuff on here. My life is a movie. You talking about kick doors, women's trying to set up, and I'm already knowing they're going to try to do it. So I was already prepared for it. So, I come out on top. We're going to keep it like that. But let me tell you right now, let's see how she creep with the spirit of these so-called baddies. Huh? Let's talk about it. She says, where we at? There is a golden cave where I lie, but I have a place that ever shifts. At one time, I strangle men with a noose. So she's saying that sometimes I just take men out real quick, like a ninja. And at another time, I creep up from the nature to the arms, really talking about the worms. So she creeps up. You know how a worm comes out the ground and just creeps up, and then they creep back down? So sometimes she take easy men, and sometimes she creep up real slow. So she's unpredictable. This spirit will lie in wait for you as a man, because you simple and you don't know how to play spiritual chess, brother. See what I'm talking about? I mean, guys, I can use a woman after a carnal man so easy, because he's too carnal in his mind. He's so arrogant. Oh, I can do this. I'm strong. I can do this. Brother, a woman will take you out. Boy, let me tell you, you ain't been around life. Let me tell you, it's Mexican women who carry razors inside their mouth. They carry razors in other places too. And I done heard some real stories. So let me tell you, if you carnal, you ain't gonna be able to make it. You ain't gonna be able to make it, Ock. You're gonna have to conquer that. And this is this funny thing about men. Judah men are very arrogant. Judah's men, let me tell you, we read it earlier. Judah said it himself. Very arrogant. Oh boy, that arrogance you will get taken down so quickly. You will get taken down so quickly. You see, because they don't see a woman coming. They think their brute strength and their might. Nah, bruh. It ain't even about none of that. Some men will never put a finger on you. They just send some women to you because guess what? You're so into yourself. That's why you got to respect women as a weaker vessel too. They may be the weaker vessel, brother, but let me tell you. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now. Let's get it. So she say she creep up on you like a worm out of the earth, like a parasite mindset. You know how a hookworm can jump on your foot and end up in your colon? That's how this spirit move. Let's read it again. I creep up from the nature to the arms. That word arms was worms before. I creep up from the nature like a worm. But my most frequent dwelling places are the precipices, caves, ravines. Oftentimes, however, I do consort with men in semblance of a woman. Okay? And above all, with those of dark skin. It's not talking about Arabs. It's not talking about Hamites. It's talking about the kings of the earth. You don't need to take down people who are already sacrificing to the devil. You need to take down the kings of the earth. How do we know? Who is this spirit talking to now? Solomon. Let me tell you, these demons told Solomon they was going to take him out. That's how we know they was talking about specifically Judah. Judah is the one where everything is going to happen. Judah, let me tell you, is the first pick in the whole world. Judah is the first pick in the whole world. And that doesn't mean that it don't take none from other men, but it's because Christ came through Judah. That's why. That seed, it became like that. Huh? So do I consort with men in the semblance of a woman? So she comes in the resemblance of a woman. So her spirit jumps into women who are promiscuous. All of these women, you see, spirits need bodies. Angels need bodies when they come down. They have to look like somebody for you to see them. So any woman who's into being a baddie, you have onkelis inside of your vessel. And guess what? You can't hide in the truth. I see all of y'all on social media. I see you liking. Me and Uriah be like, look, it be people is liking the dumbest crap. They be liking the dumbest crap. Like, you want to be friends to me? Please don't be liking no dumb Cardi B stupid stuff like that. You be liking the lowest women of the earth, and then you talking about you want a king. You don't deserve a king. Straight up, you still dealing with Christ did not die for you to be stupid, to be a dumb bimbo, to come back in this thing, and you got the Holy Spirit. Come on, sisters. You supposed to be getting yourself right for a man of the Most High to help him to build legacy. Not bigging up Nicki Minaj and I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a something, but I still want to party. What? What is that even? That's trash. They can't even rap, first of all. All of that sound came from Pop Smoke, who was popped with smoke, unfortunately. So when you got the spirit of promiscuity, fornication, guess what you have on you, sisters? You want to be that baddie? You got this demon in you right here, this specific demon. It's telling you right here. Let's read it again. Do I consort with men in the resemblance of a woman? That means when a woman is drinking drugs, popping pills, becoming a baddie, on ecstasy, being seducing, that spirit is open. Her vessel is open to this spirit. That's why you're acting like this. No image of God would act in such a way to fornicate with a man. So we're bringing out knowledge tonight. So if you made a mistake, guess what? What did Christ tell Mary Magdalene? Sin no more. And then you be having groups of these type of women. All of them, they want, all of them be wanting that one dude. They be, at the end of the day, she would, listen, if she will trade in her friend to get that dude. And none of them at the end gonna be happy because this dude is a thirsty dude. Huh? You wanted this basketball player or this tall, handsome. And let me tell you, this dude, it's one dude who walk around on social media with dreads. Handsome dude, tall. But all he like to do is walk around and in his post, you got he's white girls. Ooh, we want to take you home. I think I showed him on the show before. That's what women do. Who just walk around and happy because, women like you. That's what women do. Women be happy just because they get attention, not dudes. So now when I see stuff like that, I'm like, usually when you see him with a homeboy, he like the homeboy on the side. Yeah, man, let's just go out, man. Let's just see how many likes we can get. What? Let's see how many likes we can get tonight. He just liked the fact that on camera, he got some attention. Brother, that is LGBT-ish. Let's keep going. She says she comes specifically for the men with dark skin. Lord have mercy. Gotta take out the leaders of the earth. Let's continue. Above all, who privily or openly worship my star. So yeah, Kim Kardashian's worship the star of Moloch. They worship this star of Remphan. You see that? Yeah, that's what they do. All of the rappers and stuff who got the little star ring, all of these people worship this star. When Solomon fell to the gods of these women. Since they it is who privately or openly worship my star. Privately or openly. Oh, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. Yeah, they got the cross, but really they dealing with that Talmud. See? They can do it privately or openly without knowing that they harm themselves. But whet my appetite for further mischief. Feeding that demon. What you talking about? You a baddie. Good for what? Because you got some behind and you got a cute face. Do you really? That's not in anymore. The spirit of righteousness is in. All of the rest of that is going to hell. The soul lives forever, not that body. The soul. For they wish to provide money by means of memory, but I supply a little to those who worship me fairly. Listen to that. For they wish to provide money by means of memory, but I supply little to those who worship me fairly. Let me tell you, Satan will never give you what he promised you. That's why you got to go around lying, talking about how much you're worth and all that. I wanted to get this really quick, and then we out of here. I got to get these lyrics. Y'all remember these lyrics, Poison? Sound just like this demon. Watch this. Poison from Belle Biv DeVoe. Let's go down here. Girl, I must warn you, I sense something strange in my mind. Yeah, your situations is serious. Let's cure it, because we're running out of time. Tell him, Rick. It's all so beautiful. Relationships, they seem from the start. Yeah, it's all so deadly. When love is not together from the heart. Let's continue. It's driving me out of my mind. Y'all know how I go. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. Miss or kiss a lover. Wrong move, you're dead. That girl is poison. Never trust a big butt with a smile. Never trust a big butt with a smile. So stop thinking you in because you got a big butt with a smile. Let me tell you, I can't stand to see women walking around with their behind out like they wearing Jordans. That's the women's Jordans. It's like, what else do you have? What else do you have, sis? It's a lot of that walking around. What else you got? What makes you special now? Then you got women who's trying to be like y'all. Y'all done made it bad for these poor women who ain't blessed. Yeah, you got these Gentiles walking around here. They got to wear yoga pants and you know, when they not wearing the yoga pants, it ain't sitting the same. So they wearing the yoga pants looking like it's sitting up and all that. No. Y'all being a bad example out here. Okay? Please cover yourselves up. If I were you, I'd take precaution before I start to leave, fly girl. You know, cause in some portions, you'll think she's the best thing in the world. Yeah, when you first start, oh, I can't believe you really like me. Yeah, she's lying to you, brother. She about to take everything from you and your soul. You think she's the best thing in the world. She's so fly. She'll drive you right out of your mind. Steal your heart. Talking about your mind. When you're blind. Beware, she's scheming. She'll make you think you're dreaming. You fall in love and you'll be screaming, demon. Yeah. So let me tell you, we're gonna leave it there, but I'm gonna tell you right now. And let me tell you, we're gonna leave it off with this. This brother done fell for the dump truck. And I'm not saying this is a dump truck, but it's just a little funny joke of how Judah still be to this day. You can tell he ain't read the Testament of Judah. Fair use educational purposes only. It's Pop the Balloon Show. You can tell he ain't read the Testament of Judah.
Everybody, my name is... Hi, everybody, my name...
Look, she ain't even get to finish saying her name. He seen the dump truck. He start popping other Negroes' balloons.
Deterica.
Deterica?
Yes.
How old are you?
I am 32. I'll be 33 in a couple of weeks.
Okay. Happy.
Look, and then she about to be 33, like the Masons. Look, he getting for it.
Birthday.
Thank you.
And
This guy,
Look, he said the guys is like, you can't be doing that, brother. He's like, I want her. Oh, listen, he wants that dump truck. He need to go back and listen to the song called Poison. That's what he need to listen to.
Hi, everybody. My name is... Hi, everybody. My name is... Deterica.
Deterica?
Yes.
How old are you?
I am 32. I'll be 33 in a couple of weeks.
Okay. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
And
this guy,
he need to read the Testament of Judah, y'all. I'm telling you right there, he need to read the Testament of Judah. Well, all right, y'all. Well, all right, man. We're going to be back next week. And next week, we're going to do some call-ins. Whatever type of questions you guys have, you understand, you can go ahead and call in next week. We're going to, because it's late and I came on late, I don't want to do any call-ins tonight. So next week, I will let you guys call in. If you have any questions on any previous shows, whatever the case may be, you can go ahead and call in. If you need some health questions, but now you know I'm not a doctor. I got to be careful what I say. But whatever you need to call in for, we'll do some call-ins next week. We'll open it up. You know what I mean? And we'll go from there. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show tonight. Make sure you don't forget, if you want to donate, you understand, you can go to gatheringofchrist.org. You can donate, and you can see what you have there on the screen. If it's not updated, like I said, just go to gatheringofchrist.org and type in, click on donate. And don't forget, our Hebrew and Bible Academy is at historytimes.org. For those who want supplements, all you have to do is go to KIIYsupplements.com. That's keysupplements.com. Key stands for Kingdom is in You. Okay, because it's going to take you to be responsible, to be disciplined, to make sure you take care of your temple. So that's why we called it key, like Christ said. Kingdom is in you. All right? So take care of that temple. Take care of that kingdom in you. And then we have LionsHomestead.com, where we have some other powerful items. Man, we got some powerful items on both sites. So, and guess what? We have more things coming to make sure that our people are going to be totally on point. So we're working on so much behind the scenes. A lot of people have been asking about my shoe site, my barefoot dress shoe site. I do not sell the sports ones yet because that market is very oversaturated. So I decided to sell something that no one has. Grounding wide toe box barefoot shoes with copper rivets at the bottom. Okay, handmade, full leather, vegetable tan buffalo leather. Not one chemical in sight. Not one chemical in sight. Okay, and I wear them and they fly, and you can flip in them, you can sprint in them, run in them, you can walk all day in them. And I'm going to tell you, so look out for that site because it's coming really soon because people keep asking me, but I got to go ahead and get it. I've been talking about this site for probably about a year and a half, but now it's time to go ahead and get it up. All right, so it's going to be there. But before I introduce the site, I'm going to show you and prove to you what these things do. All right? So anyway, peace and blessings. G.O.C.C. Media. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Yeah. This, and guess what? They better than some Gucci, some Lucci, some whatever you call that stuff, some fin. They better than that. Trust me. They made top of the line, not from China. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we got to get out of here. Shalom. HistoryTimes.org.
The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that he used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you